What's up? What's up? It's your boy Tay Speaks.
What's poppin'? It's your girl J Money, the soul pleaser.
And you supposed to introduce together, but it's all good though. Man, we got Gabe in the building, man. For the second time. Because he actually been on the stocks episode, Forex.
Yeah, Forex and stocks last time.
So now we back with another episode of Juice 901 with a special guest. We finna turn this shit up, but this time it's gonna be a little different.
Yes, don't mind me leaning forward like this. I'm just trying to make sure I talk in the mic and you guys can hear me. So I know it's gonna look a little awkward, but
it's all good.
Let's get into the topics.
Man. All right, so Gabe hit us up, right? And said he want to give some relationship advice. Well, some advice about relationships in general.
I don't think it's gonna be advice, but I think it's just gonna be about relationships. So we just gonna let him take the floor.
Go ahead.
Really, what happened is I got tired of weird niggas getting on podcasts, viral podcasts, with bad advice and bad takes. So that's why I hit her up initially to have some sound advice on these topics. So that's why we here today.
So what's some bad advice that you've heard though? Give one example.
I think one of the biggest things I heard not too long ago was that men don't like women who have their ish together. And that's not
how they
true.
Going viral.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. So that really triggered me because I was like, man, that's not true. That's not true for the good guys. That's not true for the stable men, the real men. That's not true at all. But you got people out here who believe all of that, and it's becoming think pieces and topics of conversations. And women believe in that, and it's kind of throwing you guys off because y'all don't know what to believe. You know, you got some guys who I want you to have your ish together. And then you got other people who I don't. I want to do everything. So I think it's kind of confusing, for women.
So what do you think is let's go more in the explanation about that. They said have they ish together. What they mean by that is, don't really need strongly independent. Is that what they mean?
Yeah, that's what I think of it as. So I would say the real men. We do want you to be a little independent, especially in the beginning, when we first meet you guys. We want you to be able to maybe take care of some of your tech or something. Get us every now and then. Especially in the beginning. I think in the long run, obviously, the real men, we want to provide for you guys, and we don't mind doing all of that. But in the beginning, I think that can be a good thing as long as you're not overly independent.
What's overly independent?
Overly independent, man.
Because I would like to know.
I give you an example. Somebody I dated in the past, and it was actually a serious relationship. But in the beginning, in the courting stage, she didn't even want me to open the door for her. She said, "Nah, I'm good. You don't got to do all that." And that was just me with my chivalry. And it killed me.
So did it rub you off the wrong way that she didn't want you to open up the door? That's less work for you.
Nah, that's how I was raised.
So you just want to do that?
Yeah, I was raised like that to do it. She told me no. I'm like, damn, my mom's advice was wrong.
So I see. I'm in between with that because I see why it'll be dang, bro. All I was doing was trying to open the door. What's up with all that? Yeah. But at the same time, it's I don't know if that's independent. It's also a mix in dudes be on some extra stuff also. So I'm in between with that. So it's I don't know. Of course you wasn't gonna have the conversation as to why she told you no. I'm pretty sure y'all didn't even have the time to discuss that anyway.
Right.
But this I don't know about that one. Okay, so right now we got men don't like overly independent women. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And what else? What else bothers you about when it comes to opinion? Is most of it is what dudes think or what women think, or is it in general?
Specifically, it's what dudes think and what they're giving and what they're saying that's confusing women and causing women to think these things and confuse them. That's what's pissing me off right now.
What do men like?
What do we like?
This is a broad statement.
Y'all was talking about what we don't like. We don't like women do this.
We can do it on a basic level because everybody got their different preferences. But what I'm gonna talk about is you know, for the most part, we like y'all to be women. You know, we like y'all. We want y'all tapped into y'all's femininity. Like, we want you to be a woman. We want you to be compassionate, nurturing, creative. We want you to be intuitive. We want you to master all that. Even you can be emotional, but just master your emotions. But what's life without emotions? You know what I'm saying? It's boring without emotions. We just be robots. We'll be robotic.
So what you got to say to this? Because one thing that stuck out to you was emotional. What don't you like about what Gabe just said?
I don't like too many emotions, you know.
I swear she hard. She's the softest thing on this earth, bro.
Look, I'm a thug, so it's like.
I wish I could zoom in. Wait till I get a remote where I can zoom in on myself. I'm gonna be doing
like
this so
office,
much, bro.
like The Office.
I'm talking. What? It's gonna be so many inserts in the video. But all I'm saying is, like, okay, so you just don't like when he said emotion. Just the only thing you disagree with.
Yeah, I like whatever else he said.
Just mastering the being nurturing, and
because I can understand that.
So what do you expect from a man though? Yeah, you can interview too.
Man,
why do I have to be asked these questions? Okay, so my expectations are, which I can work on too. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I expect a man to, at least if he doesn't know how to in the beginning, but at least work on communication. And that can be like in different aspects, not just telling me, this is how I really feel. You don't even got to go into deep, but say like, you know, you about to go somewhere, communicate. Cause you know, I probably had something to do too, or, you know, along those lines. It can be just as simple as that. Just work on communication, work on thinking of me when, you know, in every situation, just like, okay, well, I got to go do this. Let me make sure Jay don't got to do that. Or let me make sure Jay do this, you know, cause it could be not just like on the man side. I feel like both partners can do that as well.
Okay.
Do you disagree with any of that?
No, not really. Where does being a thug come in? You know, earlier you said
good question. Let's break that down.
Is that masculine or is that feminine? I don't know. You know,
are you able to let go of that thug mentality to what's the word I'm looking for?
Listen, I didn't choose the thug life. The thug life chose
me. No. Because if he say if he say what life he chose and he don't want to change, you're gonna be a problem.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
So what is that? Does that thug life keep you from submitting to your man when it comes to certain needs? Today we learned about J Money.
I feel like thugs independent. If you ask me,
they are. They can be.
Okay.
So
I am.
We can revert back to the last episode. Do you think that's your toxic trait?
Being a thug?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. That's not toxic.
How?
Why would you not want to be with a thug?
Because thugs usually think about themselves. They feel the only thing they have to do is protect the other person and provide nothing else.
Right.
But that's not true about me. I'm a passionate thug. I think about you.
See, you can be
if
both.
Somebody crosses you, I like to tussle.
But you can break that down though. Because although you might, like I said, what I just say, you used to defend the other person, but what else do you provide? Yeah, that person, you got that person back no matter what. But how are you treating that person when it's just y'all?
I'm compassionate. I learn about you. I learn about what you like, and I go from that.
So what I think you're saying when you say you're a thug is you dipping over into the masculine side, which is protection. You know, because that's kind of what you just said. That's not a problem. I'm trying to hone in on you know, masculinity and femininity, but that's a positive. On my end, like if you tapping into your masculinity as well, you know, that's a positive.
And he was my friend.
But that's the thing, though. I'm not saying it's not a positive, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not the problem that you defend others. You know, you're there for others and you protecting others. But how often do you put on that thug mentality when it comes to protecting your own feelings when you don't have to? You put on that thug mentality where it's like, I don't care about nothing. I'm good no matter what. Even though you broken in the inside, you mad, your feelings hurt, but you're not gonna admit it. You just gonna stop talking. And you just gonna come off at the mouth arguing when you don't have to argue, and saying slick comments when you don't have to say slick comments.
Sound like he got your card.
That's when the thug mentality becomes an issue.
I swear I'm like this.
Because you are, bro. I've seen it in action so many times, bro. Me and Jay have got into had arguments. Bro, the thing about me and Jay though, it'll get squashed fast because I just be like, bro, I ain't got time. The other day, I'm like, bro, Jay, don't start with me, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
Me and Jay been out of town together. I seen it secondhand.
Bro, and she just what she do when she get mad?
Be a thug,
bro. Cry. She that's when they just click on, and it's not communication anymore. It's just bro, I don't want to rap.
She stick her chest out,
bro. I'm talking about out, and the hoodie goes on, bro. She turns into Rico nasty mode immediately, bro. But all I'm saying is,
hey, when did this turn into the?
It's just a discussion. So all I'm saying is,
it's cool.
Okay, let's talk about even when it. All right, so what are some things that dudes say that I don't agree with? I should have thought about that because it's a lot. It is a lot. Like when it comes to like relationship stuff on social media, when it comes to relationship stuff on especially like reality shows and all that, bro. Like I literally scroll past all that.
It's a lot of weird niggas out there,
bro. And everybody like no disrespect to Russell Wilson because I salute Russell Wilson, but it's like I just don't like when people make relationship goals at other people's relationship. So you try to mimic it. Like you see,
I feel that. I think you need to be independent in what you want, but I think they just use him. Or they like to use him as a prototype because she came from Future,
and I'm not mad at them for using
like him, and they both well off and got money. I think that's why they got.
It's just a good love story.
Yeah, and they got that influence too.
Yeah, I just don't like. It's not even just at Russell. Like I just don't like when people look at other people's relationship and say relationship goals, and then because psychologically you try to mirror their relationship, and then you set false expectations for the person that you're dating or the person that you're trying to marry, or the person that you.
I agree with that.
And I'm a victim. I've definitely have done that before. Yeah. So it's like you don't realize you're doing it until you realize that person is not that person, and it's like y'all keep bumping
like,
heads.
Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? Why are you not?
All I want is this from you, and you can't do that. This person do that, and it's like you got to
effort.
If you accepting that person for what they are, you gotta take. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of things can be changed, especially negative traits or whatnot. But
and I don't think change is necessarily a bad thing. Like if you really love that person and y'all can both agree to change on a specific topic to better the relationship, I don't think that's a bad thing.
So drop the thug mentality.
I can't.
That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, and going back to not even just staying on Jay, a lot of our ways we stick with, and we refuse to drop, and not knowing that is, like I said, not you, but in general, like we stick with we hold a lot of our ways in, and we refuse to change, and not realizing if you change that, they can change like a domino effect, a whole, a lot of things, because sometimes you're the reason why a lot of the stuff is messing up in a relationship too. Not saying it's all your fault. See, I wouldn't even say nobody specifically. I would see somebody feeling the heat over here, but it's all good though. But nah, it's just my opinion though. But I mean, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Okay, but let's get back into it because when you came to me, you said you want to talk about what men really want.
Yeah, he said it.
I told you
we gonna talk more about it because I want to know.
Let's get into it. I told you though, from on a base level, we want y'all to walk in y'all femininity and all of that. I mean, everything else is kind of preferences, But on a base level, that's what we want. I'll say like me personally, past everything I said, like I want a woman who's creative. I want someone who can, like support me, not like financially. It doesn't have to be that way, but just in general, like all of my endeavors. I want somebody who's supportive. I want somebody who can be good with people as well, because I think I am a people person for the most part. I'm an introvert, but I'm a people person too.
I feel that. What about physically?
You need to be in check physically, because the gym is where it's at for me. You need to be in check. I ain't seen you in the gym. I'm in the gym every other day.
I ain't seen you.
Hey, I have my membership. I have my membership.
It expired.
15 years. The gym is a lifestyle for me.
It's just a purpose for you. You prefer somebody who's moderately in shape or who cares about the hair.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You could take that up with your doctor too. But yeah, I prefer it, They're gonna tell you the same thing. So yeah. But you don't have to go to the gym though. Like you can
I
get
be
it.
in the gym, so
This ain't about you. This ain't about you.
Why they in the gym?
It's always about me.
It's not about you.
Is this man feeling the heat for no reason over here?
Feeling the heat. I'm telling you my preferences. You ask, but it don't have to be the gym. You can get active outside of the gym, but I live a healthy lifestyle. So like I expect my woman to live a healthy lifestyle too. You can get active different ways.
Fake healthy.
I'm not fake healthy.
So did y'all have an opinion? I mean, so what y'all think about Cam Newton? Talking about when he was like, women need to learn how to learn when to be quiet.
I agree with that.
No,
I think sometimes they can go overboard. You could talk too much. You could not give us a time to actually communicate when we ready to communicate. If we worked on it, like you said earlier,
right?
I think women can overtalk you, and they won't listen. Some of them, and they say what they need to say, and they shut down. And I'm not for that. I think that's what he means.
I think both people in a relationship, and it's not me trying to play both sides, but he's not wrong. But I also agree that men need to learn. It's just people you need to learn in a relationship. You have to learn when it's a time to talk, basically.
True.
So it's you can shoot off at the mouth sometimes, and it's like you don't have to do that. Like, thug, chill, we good. Or you can. It's just like it's a time to. So I agree. Both parties need to learn how. But it's a lot to talk about in that whole relationship.
I personally think I don't talk enough. So
I agree.
That's something.
Since we touched on what he said, I know y'all heard him talk about cooking too. I feel like y'all need to cook too. I mean, we can cook too. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of dudes who cook, but a lot of the women I meet, like they don't cook and they don't know how to clean. I'm not gonna say no names. Some of them don't know how to clean. See, you a little bit different, but out here it's real.
That's wild.
We're gonna have to have a part two of this. This is getting
real.
wild.
Oh, I have a lot of experience. I'm not joking. Like this is coming from experience. I'm not making this up.
Now the cooking part, I disagree.
You don't think y'all should cook?
If we don't want to. Like, I can only speak personally with myself. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't like cooking. I don't have a desire to cook. I don't feel like I need to sit there and learn my grandma's great-great-great-grandfather's recipe. No, I don't really like that. I don't enjoy cooking. So if I don't enjoy doing it, I don't like doing it, I feel like I don't have to do it.
Because you're the thug. I feel that.
You know what? We're going to say this for the next episode because we are approaching the 2-minute mark, but we're gonna say this for the next episode. As always, real quick. First of all, give your credentials or whatnot.
I'm Gabe. I'm from Memphis. I'm a trader. I'm an entrepreneur. Today I'm Gabe the Sage with this relationship advice.
For sure. And
I think he wanted to answer some of the questions that he got from his.
For sure, I'm about to switch it out real quick.
Okay.
For sure.
I know that's what you was trying to do.
Give us just a second. We'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in to Just 901. Let's get it.